Oh, have I gone past
There
it?
it is, the little hole. There you go.
I'm Meg from Other Illustrations. Is that all right?
That's really good.
Lovely.
Like that. Welcome to the Cherrywood podcast with me, Simon Burridge.
And me, Rachel Burridge.
Right. Terrible. We've got Meg here from Woo Illustrations. Hello,
Yeah.
Meg.
Hi.
All the way from Surrey.
Yeah.
Blimey. How long did it take to get here? An hour?
It's about 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah, because we're like Surrey, London.
And it's rush hour and all, isn't it?
Yeah. Straight from
Not an A21 job, is it?
Do you know what? I just followed the blue line on the map. I don't know. My granddad is always like, oh, down the M20, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't even know, 22, whatever it is. And I'm like, yeah. And I just follow the blue line. And then it says I'm arrived, and I'm like, okay.
But do you know what? Loads of people can't find the studio, and you found it without ringing or anything. Or did you try ringing and we just ignored you?
No, we done it. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's wasteful.
Right.
That's
Let me give this
amazing.
another
Yeah.
push because it was a while
Yeah.
since I pushed it on the wall. How long do you reckon? It's looking nice as well, and it could do with you.
I feel like I need to sit forward
It
just
won't
in
hit
case
you.
it drops on me.
It won't hit you. Promise. If it does hit you, I will delete all evidence and go, no, never
don't
touched
believe
her.
that.
When she's got a massive bandage around her head for the rest of the podcast.
She's got a backwards Cherrywood
I'll
Pro.
just bling
on
it
her.
up for the next wedding I do.
Right, how long?
He's put new. Have you put new tape on?
38 minutes.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah.
She's actually quite
38.
confident in it.
That's good, very good.
yeah.
38 minutes. So we're going to go to our sponsors, and then we'll come back, and then the timer will start after the sponsors.
Love it.
I always click. Just going to go to our sponsors.
Today's sponsors are Dimodici Associates, Chartered Structural and Civil Engineers.
Based in the UK with a worldwide reach.
Visit their website on dimodiciassociates.com. New Digital, helping businesses build their online presence with web design, SEO, Google Ads and social media. Get 10% off when you quote Cherrywood today. Visit their website at nudigitalera.co.uk.
Club Awesome, for autistic children and their families, a place where everyone belongs and fun knows no age limit.
And we're back. Do you know what? I click a lot, but do you know what? I couldn't click till I was about 30.
Really?
Do you know what? I told the kids once that clicking was them breaking their bones in their fingers.
That's
so they
because
never
you're
do
not.
it.
You're never going to do it now.
I'm like, that's gross, Mum. So they're like, no, can't do that.
The cruelest thing I've ever heard a mum say to their kids is when you hear the ice cream van make the noise, that means it's run out of ice cream.
No, that's clever though. That is genius.
It's evil. Have you got kids?
No.
No, you're
no.
you're a youngster, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Should we talk about your age? No?
Yeah, go
Okay. How
for
old
it.
are you, darling?
I'm 25.
25.
Yeah.
To get out.
But I'm closer to 30 than 20, so I feel like I'm a grown
Oh,
up.
I'm gutted for you. I'm twice your age.
Yeah, he's closer to 60. Don't
and,
I?
and we've got your Nan waiting in the wings. All right, Nan? How's the tea?
Say hello, Nan.
Tea's magic. Tea's magic. So if you
You
start
made
to
it
bore us,
strong.
we'll just get Nan in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, tell us about yourself, how long it's been going for, and anything else you want to tell us.
So, I'm a teacher full time,
Mhm.
but I've always been very artsy. So, I was in agency like learning support last summer, had no money. So, I was like, right, let's get this show on the road. So, I started basically just drawing people and then spoke to some friends and they were like, oh, I'd love that as like a favour. And they were getting married. So, I'd done a few for them before, done a few after. And then I posted it on Facebook and fully booked for
Go
the
on,
next 2.5 years.
That's
What? Oh my
wicked.
God.
Well, 2 years, nearly 2.5.
So when you say you
that's
fully booked, what
amazing.
sort of, just weddings or everything?
I
Birthdays?
do everything,
Yeah.
but weddings love me.
Really?
Yeah, because we're all really chatty. So I do it. It's me that draws, and then I have one or two that help me.
Mm.
So they do all the colouring in, and then I finish it off with the detail.
Wicked.
So it's all of us
But
just
you've
like
even got
talking to
people
the guests.
helping you do
Yeah.
it. Oh, right.
Because we get more done. There's a lot of
Yes.
illustrators around.
So you're a teacher as well still, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
So would you get them to colour it in?
Kids, I've got a project for
You're getting in
you.
trouble.
I did all my, because when I first started, I bought like all my pens off Amazon.
Yeah.
Like I didn't start the business with any money at all because I was, I was studying.
Mm.
I had no money to start it.
Mm.
So just got my cheap pens. So now all my kids at school have got them. So
Oh,
they've
right.
got all my
Yeah,
first
all your cheap
pens.
ones. But isn't it amazing the decent pens you can get? Like Posca pens. Do you know what I'm on
Oh yeah, Posca pens.
my
Love a
daughter,
Posca
she
pen.
loves.
Oh
She's
my
really
God.
good at art, isn't she?
Oh my
And
gosh, she loves
these
them.
pens and the paint pens.
Oh,
Oh my
don't.
goodness!
Expensive. Like one pack
Tell
of
me
Posca
about it.
pens
It's always
is like
me buying
20
them.
quid. And
I
there's like 4
know.
pens in there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
how much?
Yeah,
do
but they're
yours?
really good quality though.
Yeah,
They're like, is it acrylic paint that you? It's almost like an acrylic, isn't
Yeah,
it?
the
for you to
Posca
paint?
pens,
Yeah.
they go over like any type of
Yeah.
material. So I always use them
Mm.
on top, so it like shows all the glitzy bits
Right.
and
'Cause
stuff.
Rachel's got BA honours in art as well.
Oh, love
Well,
it.
no.
Oh, hang on. I've got a lot of weddings in Kent. I'm recruited.
Oh, he's in
Some more
again. I've got a new job
She would
site.
love it. She would love it. You get her off my hands as well.
Now, if you want some free cheap flavour, I would say get Tilly.
We could do other podcasts while colouring your stuff in.
Well, there you go. We've collabed all of a sudden.
All you hear on the mic is
Yeah. And
Now
then we
we'll
hold
make
it up
the
and go,
teas.
yeah.
Love it.
perfect.
Got
2 hour
them.
drive every morning.
Yeah.
Perfect. Right, so you started out in education doing the sorry, not as in you going to school education, but when you left school, is that what you did straight away? You started teaching, or
Yeah, so I done my A levels in art.
Mm.
So I done all of that, but before that I'd done like a pre-degree. So it was called National Saturday Club, which
Okay.
is they've got like loads of campuses around, but you get like selected to go forward. So I got put on that, and it just like widened my whole like art experience. I had the best art teacher at school.
Oh, nice.
So I just loved it, and then finished my A levels, and then I went to another college and I done special effects makeup.
Oh, lovely.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love doing that, but I wasn't very good at like the face, like your day-to-day makeup.
Oh,
that
right.
didn't
right.
really
I
float
thought
my
it was like,
boat.
what was you doing the effects on it? Yeah.
I don't like the face.
If you bend
but the
over,
art.
Well,
do a perfect
hang on.
shower scene.
You've jumped the gun here.
Oh, no.
Because I done body painting.
Ah,
So
right,
I actually
okay.
did
Oh,
paint
wow.
bums.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the full-on, like the
Yeah.
whole.
So
Sort of,
people were naked.
Ah, right. And you put like a
I was
football kit on
drawing
them and
them.
stuff.
Well,
Do you know what I mean?
like
Not a
the-
football kit.
Mm.
We're going a bit upper class here. We're going like.
I think Nan's
we're
shouting
going,
abuse
like-
at.
or laughing.
If you turn round then,
Lying.
without you knowing then, she's done your bum.
Well, it was funny because I done regional competition in body painting, so I was very doubtful that I was gonna like do well in that, but I won it, came
Oh my
first,
gosh.
and then I done national body painting and I won that.
Oh my goodness.
And we were in Blackpool, and I don't like rust, so I was stressed the whole time. I've got a real thing about rust.
Rust, really?
Yeah. And
You know you're
Blackpool
made of
Tower
iron, don't you?
was
You know you got
like-
iron inside you, don't you?
Yeah, but it's different.
Okay. It's like being allergic to blood, really.
I'm
So,
not
yeah.
blood.
And then won nationals, and that was it really.
Wicked.
So what sort of things did you paint on these
Yeah,
naked
that's what I was
people?
gonna ask.
And
So we got given a theme. So I practiced. I done like a few portraits, but you're very limited with your colours.
Mm.
But I think that was probably my like skill in it, because I had an art background. I could mix the colours where a lot of people
Ah.
wouldn't really know where to start with
see.
the pigments and
Mm.
stuff. So
Did you practice
So
on
you were
yourself a
doing
bit
like
as well?
pictures on them. You were
Yeah.
doing pictures on them, basically.
yeah, basically.
Right. Okay.
And then for regional national, you had to do like the same one. So I done like a Tokyo theme. The theme was country, so I done like
Nice.
Tokyo,
like the
Japan kind of thing.
cityscape sort of.
So they had all like koi carps,
Oh, wicked.
cherry blossom. It was really cool.
Wow. So how long sort of, because I've done A-level exams, and I know you sit there for like literally, I think 72 hours, I think the
It's a
exam
long
was.
time.
And it's literally sitting there and coming back the next day and doing a
Yeah.
little bit. And you look back and think, oh my God, I've done that much.
Yeah.
How much does like a whole human body take?
Well, you
then?
get
How long,
capped on your
sorry.
time. So,
Oh, do you?
so my regionals and nationals, that was 6 hours. But the worst thing was you spend 6 hours, you love it, but your model is like, get this shit off of me.
Yeah.
So we were sat on a coach wait on the way back from Blackpool. Tilly was my model. She was sat there like, I'm blue, I've got a fish over me, I've got a house on my back. So we were all there with wet wipes,
Oh,
scrubbing her down.
Oh,
Yeah.
That must be so a little bit heartbreaking for you.
It
You're seeing all your
is.
work and then they're
Yeah,
just
but you've got
doing
to take
this.
loads of pictures,
Oh,
and take
yeah.
loads of pictures.
Loads of pictures, but it was so worth it.
So would you say that sort of koi carp type thing is your style? Have you got a style?
I think I did back in the day when I had time to actually like sit and do it. But where I teach and where I was doing uni, I never really would sit and paint how I used to do that.
Right, okay.
So I do have a style, but I don't have time to do my proper style.
see.
Like I could sit here and I could do a portrait, but it would take me ages because I'm a bit of a perfectionist.
Right.
So now with the illustrations, it's really nice because they're fashion illustrations. It takes me like 4 minutes maybe to draw and colour them in. Like it's very like quick pace. And they all look lovely. So it's like it's nice.
So you did your art and everything like that when you were growing up. How did you then divert into teaching, or was that just by accident? Or?
So I always wanted to teach, and it was between like, do I teach art or do I go primary school? There's so many options when you're that age. So I worked in Marks and Spencer's for years, and I was like, I don't really know what to do. I was doing education, it was lockdown, so I was like, where do you start? So I just became like a learning support in like foundation learning, so special needs. Loved it, and I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
So I finished my degree, and now I'm doing my teacher training.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it's good.
Oh,
Love it. It's a good mix. Yeah.
Good. So now, where did the name come from to start with then?
So,
that's
here we
nice.
go. I like that. No one ever asked me, because when people think like woo illustration, it's like,
woo. That's right. But it's not.
It's not.
Oh, right.
Ooh.
So my name's Meg, but my nan and my mum have always called me Maggie Woo.
Right.
So
Okay.
I'm Woo. Yeah.
Oh, that's really sweet, actually. Oh,
But it sounded good. When I was doing it, I was like, what the heck am I going to call myself? Like, what do you call a business? Because everyone's got like sketched by someone or da-da-da-da. I was like, oh, that's just so me.
Yeah.
Like, I just love
I
it.
love that.
Because we've
That's
had one other
amazing.
illustrator on it, did that picture for us.
Yeah.
And her was Betty Love, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Betty Love Illustrations.
Yeah.
And that's
But
nothing
she
to do
was-
with names or anything.
She was
It's
Rachel,
to do with
wasn't
Coronation
she?
Street.
Yeah.
And one of the actors goes in and goes, I have a hot pot, please, Betty Love.
Yeah.
And she used to say that of her friend or something, didn't she? It might not be 38 minutes, but it was a nice little scream.
Maybe it's half that.
No, it's that trying to tell us to stop talking about a competitor.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but you do far different things. So you'll be there on the day doing it. She does all the stuff way beforehand, I believe. So yeah, is that what you do? You turn up. Is it you and someone else?
Yeah, so depending on the package, it's me and one other or two others.
Okay.
So someone takes all the pictures of the guests, then airdrop it, and then I
right.
just start drawing.
Right.
So I draw everything first, and then as soon as they've, like my little team, have taken the pictures, they come and sit down, they just start colouring.
So you're putting the
Right,
clothes
okay.
on,
So
the
we're
hair
literally
colour.
like,
Wicked.
but they do
Because I suppose-
usually leave the hair to me.
Because I suppose you can't sit there and do it from like looking at someone and doing that
Yeah.
because they're all over the place, right? So you
Yeah.
can't go, oh, we need this person. So if you've got the photos there, you know you've got every single person in the
Yeah,
wedding party. And
We have
everything.
seen someone at a wedding do that,
Yeah.
haven't we? And it was two ladies, wasn't it? I think mum and daughter, I think, doing it.
I remember.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Um,
it was
it's really
they were
clever.
going around and
Have you brought any
doing all of
samples
that.
with you?
I've got you both one.
Oh, you haven't?
Yeah, but it's turned over. Are you ready to see it?
Oh, yes, a big reveal.
Oh my God, I look so slim.
Well, we aim to please.
That's wicked.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Oh,
So I
look,
had
can you
to
see
merge
that?
your pictures because I only got top half.
Yes,
So
yes.
I just guessed that you had good fashion sense.
Well, of course. Of course.
I love that. That's wicked.
Look.
Oh, that's going to have to go up on the wall.
Ah,
as
for
well.
once, I don't look like the bloke from Up, which is always a bonus.
I should have sent her that one, damn it.
It's cool, isn't it? That's really good.
Thanks.
So how many of these you knock? Well, based on how many guests, isn't it? So you got 100
Yeah.
guests. You're knocking out 50 of these, aren't you? Roughly.
Yeah. So we say when I started, we had so many different packages, but it just made sense to have two. So you either have a half day or a full day. So in a half day, we can get about 50 to 60 guests.
Right, okay.
And if we're there for 8 hours, then we can get about 100 plus.
Yeah.
Any that we don't do, we just do in our workshop and post.
Yeah, because I suppose you have to wait for evening guests to turn up sometimes, do you?
Sometimes. But I always say the best thing, I think, is turning up before the ceremony.
Mm.
So you capture the guests, they go in, and then we've already
got-
started
yeah,
drawing,
yeah.
and then they're like, oh, wow, I didn't know you were actually like doing it.
Yeah.
And it's that other excitement. So the bride and groom go off, get their pictures, or the newlyweds go and get their pictures, and
So
we
do
keep
you
them entertained as well?
So you like the wedding party is there? Do you tend to start with a bridal, the bridal party? So like the bride and groom, or the the groom and the groom, or the bride and the bride. Do you start with the main two people, or is it sort of like, I'm going to do this one first because I've got the photos here?
Can I add to that? Oh, right, it's the photo. Yeah, but do you always? You said you already started the bodies and things, haven't you? Have you started them before you've even seen the photos? Sometimes?
No.
Right.
So,
okay.
well, it depends. If I'm doing like a bigger package, I like a few weeks before I sketch out all the bodies.
Right.
So I've got the proportions, because I think if you're under that pressure to like draw everything, so I've already drawn out what the person kind of looks like.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, just the proportions, and then I just draw it. But the amount of suits that I've drawn, I could probably just do with my eyes closed.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
And but the fashion as well. You must love doing some of the girls' dresses that you
Can
see.
the brides be fussy and say, that's not quite how my dress is? Have you ever had that before?
I've never had it. Not to boast, but I've never had it.
Touch wood. You text us and go, guess what happened?
Yeah, you
Jinxed it, yeah.
But the nice thing is that they're fashion illustrations. So like when we done a podcast with the Unfiltered Brides, so we went on tour with them, which was really cool. I was so shocked. I was like, wow, this is actually happening. So we went there, and there was some ladies that came over, and they were like, we hate getting our picture taken because they didn't feel comfortable with their body. They were like, I don't want this outfit being shown on my actual picture, but I've got it and I look amazing. Yeah. And it's not because I don't want to draw plus size, because I'm a plus size myself, but you can just show the outfit and your hair, and everyone knows who they are. Yeah, that's absolutely. Like the best thing.
Because I think it was you picked out your cousin, didn't you, when we were doing the wedding?
Yeah, I knew who it was.
And you were like, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
And you picked her out. What happens if, like, because I know some really tall men and some quite short females. What happens if, like...
You just make it an L-shaped bit of paper.
What happens if you get there and go, oh, no, I need to rub her down? Or do you tend to draw these when you're there, though, don't you? So it's not as big a thing.
So we could do it, but to be honest, because we're fashion, doesn't really matter. I don't think it really makes a difference. Everyone knows what they're wearing, kind of thing. So
I'm trying to work out where I'm putting it on the wall.
Looking up, going,
definitely stick it on the wall. I just don't want it to get damaged, so I have to make sure there's a space below. Yeah.
I'm gonna get you some pins, post you some screws that don't fall off.
Put it on here, look. Even if we want to stand it up on the table.
It's got to go on what I now called the cool wall. I don't know why I've started calling it the cool wall. We'll put it up on the cool wall, definitely. I think so.
So is there any outfits that you can remember, even guys or girls, that you've drawn and thought, oh my God, this is really challenging because it's ruffly or, really...
She's going to say, nah.
No, I can do anything.
Do you know what? It took me a lot of practicing. But I think my mum's always been really good. Do you remember like Top Model? It used to be a book. And you used to add all the outfits on. Yep. And I loved doing that. That was such like a core memory.
Does that all the time.
Yeah. And I was like, I would always do that. So I think it came quite naturally because I'm quite arty anyway. But it's all everything because I draw all of it, it's all in my own style. So like a ruffle will always look a bit,
Yeah.
And like I've got my own little twist I put on it. So I kind of trust the process, and I've got like a bit of a rule with myself that even if I draw it and I'm like, I've messed it up, I just work with it. Yeah. Because if you're that fussy, then you're literally just gonna go on the same one. Yeah. But actually, if you trust the process, you're gonna get an illustration. Everyone always knows who they are.
I wish I had that jawline. I know that.
You know what? Every man comes in, he's like, oh, I look all right.
I look like that.
How else would you want to feel? You're wearing your best suit. Yeah. And you look in the mirror before you go and you're like, oh, yeah. And then you get there and they take a picture and like, oh. And then I just give them that and they're like, hey, look at me. Yeah. And they love it. They walk around like...
Do you ever get blokes say, my mate's going to do one for my mate, but do this to it or do this to
I haven't.
Really?
But now I probably will.
I so would do that. I'd say, make his head really big for me or something like that.
We always have, all the ladies always say, oh, can you make my boobs look bigger and my waist look smaller? And I'm like, I got you. Don't worry about it.
So they come out and they're like that, and they're like, yeah, that's me.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so it's good fun.
So can you see yourself doing it like full time? We literally are now by the sounds of it.
Yeah, literally every weekend.
That must be exhausting for you. You must work, because you work full time, I'm assuming, during the week, and then you've got that at the weekends. That must be exhausting.
But it's such a nice balance because I love teaching, but I think I'm always in like teach mode.
Yeah.
Whereas the weekends,
Chill.
I'm like, this is my thing.
Yeah.
Like, this is literally like just me. I'm not worrying about anyone else. I'm just concentrating on my own little business.
Do you do, like, when you're at school and the kids are doing their lessons and stuff, do you doodle?
Sometimes. I don't really have time to.
You sit there and go,
I'm usually running around like, put
meetings.
it down.
I just colour margins in, just completely solid margins. Waste loads
We
of
need
pen.
a bit of pattern.
Yeah.
To spice it up.
Tell you what else I do. No, not that anyone's interested. I do loads of squiggles,
Yeah.
and then I colour in every other sort of overlap.
Oh,
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
a little bit.
Boring, but that's what I do. That's what I do.
So where did you actually get like the inspiration of this then? Where did you think this is, there's a niche in the market here and I would love to do this for weddings? Where did that come about then?
Well, I doodled a bit, and one of my friends was like, "Oh, it's really good. Like, I wouldn't mind a few of them." And I was like, "Yeah, feel free." And then I was kind of telling people like, "I really like am enjoying doing this." And I typed in, I'd seen it on TikTok, like a live Illustrator, but it was caricatures.
Right, okay.
Whereas we're like, I think a caricature sometimes can be a bit offensive. Like I would like if it was at a wedding, I'd probably be like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to because I don't want chubby cheeks and massive lips." Do you know what I mean?
It's a self-confidence thing, isn't it?
They pick out the worst bits
I'm
of
used
to throw it out there, sort of.
I just want people to slate me. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? Make it as bad as you want.
Don't tell me that. I'll have to change that.
Because my eyes are literally like lines, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? So if someone does an illustration, it would just be a couple of lines. I mean, don't bother me. So but I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
It can be a bit offensive, but
It's silly sometimes.
when you sit down there, it's going to be offensive. And
So people have asked you to do sort of not name tags, like favours and stuff like this in this style as well. That's a good idea as well.
Yeah.
It's something different.
Yeah.
And I mean, the guests must love that as well.
Oh, they do. Like, I was so shocked because we started maybe like August time. I kind of pieced the idea together, and then I done it was a festival near where we live, and I put like £50 down to have a store, and I was like, if someone comes over. I hadn't really shown it off. I had a queue literally going through the market. Wow. And I was like, oh my God, my pen's going to run out. I've literally got like the cheapest thing. But everyone was like, it's just amazing. Oh. And they're like, oh, can we make it into a thank you card? Or can we do this and that? So I do all of that stuff, but just not right now because it's wedding season and I'm like, can't catch a break.
I can imagine.
I've got an idea.
Go on.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
Which I'm about to tell about 20,000 people. But do you take a picture of all of the ones that you've drawn for the wedding?
Yeah.
Why don't you do a group photo and offer an extra price for a group photo? Then you can superimpose them digitally in the order of like.
She might already do that.
You already do it.
I don't do that.
There you go. You're welcome.
That's a tick.
You're welcome.
I did think about it. Someone had like requested it, but then it's like, so I could do that for like a Saturday, for example, because I'd have to book it out of my weekend to do that, where I'm teaching full time. So it just comes down to timing.
You can always pay something like a photo editor to do it for you. You just send all the digital ones. Say, I need this done. There's the bride. Obviously, they're the bride and groom. These are the parents.
Yeah.
And you just take them all digitally, print it
I have
out,
a
or send it.
question though, but then you won't see their outfits.
But you won't see their outfits, but you will sort of know they're there, won't you?
But also, the photographer takes a group picture as well.
All right, just an idea.
Sorry,
flashing your.
But the
eyes.
way I see it is that the couples never get to see them pictures again, really, do they? Unless they go and see
you
them.
mean of these?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that sounds great. Sorry, I thought you meant.
Oh my God, I'm stressed. What did you think I was talking about? The cake?
I was a bit tipsy.
So what I'm suggesting,
I thought you were talking about the photo that we take.
The couples can. Well, right, okay. Oh no,
Yeah, no, that
the
makes
drawing.
sense.
You
Yeah, I like that.
So you take a
No,
picture.
but now everyone's going to copy
Well,
it.
no one's going to know because they can't work out what the hell we're talking about.
You were saying one, but you were saying the other, and I'm like,
They've totally confused.
I'll just laugh.
They're probably going to give it up. So you take a photo, right? You take a photo of your drawing.
Yeah.
Then you send it to, I don't know, someone like me or H, and we will be able to cut round this and then create a group photo, but with the illustrations.
I love it.
And
but
that's extra price.
again,
There you go.
I mean, you will only
So
see
it's like for £100, it could be on an A3
much
size digital.
of people in the background.
On some people, but the
you're-
important people like mum, dads, and nans and bridesmaids will be at the front. All right, it's not
Okay.
going to be a perfect group photo, but you have the bride and groom in the centre.
Yeah.
You get other people, and then you stick the other guests, and
Yeah,
the
it's
also rans.
Or
at the back.
even if you take a quick snap on your phone, or one of your girls takes a photo on your phone of one of the group shots, so you know where to place these.
Oh,
Yeah.
all
I knew
these
you was
as
going to
well.
say that. But what if they're not standing next to each other on the group shot?
We'll
I
make
wouldn't
sure
go
they
that
are.
far. I wouldn't go that far. Just put them, pair them up behind. Good idea, isn't it?
Yeah, I wish you just didn't say it live because now I'm not going to
Don't
do
worry,
any
we'll
of
just
it.
delete this.
Oh, Nan's knocking. You're right, Nan.
It's good, Dan, isn't it? See?
Getting the thumbs up from Nan.
Oh, am I now a business partner, Nan? Perfect. That's another thing. It's another string to my bow.
I just hope Lord Sugar listens to this because
Wow.
I really want to be on The Apprentice.
Do
Do
ya?
you?
No, it's literally like a big thing. I think about it a lot.
Well, we would cheer you
think
on,
about it a
but oh my god,
I just really
Do you
want to
get
meet
frustrated
him.
with the idiots that are on it?
I don't. My granddad, me
Oh.
and granddad, didn't
Drives
we?
me
Now
nuts.
we used to watch it like every time it was
Mm.
on. It was like our thing. Now it goes, oh, I can't watch it. It's silly bugger on there.
Yeah, they do it
So I'm
there.
like, well, you watch it if I'm not a silly bugger on there. But I would be. I would be that person that everyone's like, oh, get her on.
Yeah, but the thing is, I imagine under the pressure, you just go blank. I imagine.
Yeah.
well,
Anyway.
it's because they have. I'm assuming they film it. Obviously, it's a series, but they have tasks every week. Is it a week
It's back
or is
to
it?
back.
So it's every day.
Day after that. So
yeah.
they're what? They're there for a
imagine-
couple of
I'm pretty
weeks.
sure. Yeah.
I
So
don't know how many
imagine-
series there are. Episodes, sorry, how many episodes there
I
are.
think there's about 14.
Yeah,
I
I
think
So that's
about
2
that.
weeks worth. Then.
there's about 8 candidates on either side. I think so.
Mm.
Yeah, 14 to
Mm.
16 weeks maybe. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I would be able to come up if I got to the end 14 ideas every single day of the
You'd
week.
just be knackered, wouldn't
You know, if they're saying now design a car, now design something. Then
I
now
think
design
I'd
a-
just
I
have
reckon
to
they
have
get
a
a
book
couple of days
before.
off. Surely, it's a couple of days on.
Yeah,
Couple
but
of
even
days
a
off.
couple of days, your brain is
That's why you're not on it,
so
Rachel.
overstimulated.
You never
with
know.
Creation. I'm going to sign up for it just to spite you now. No, I think
You're fired.
I think I would
Before
cry.
you've even turned up. What if you said you're fired? You'd cry.
No, it'd be like just started having a go at me, saying you're shit, you're the. I'll be like, oh,
You'd be
yeah,
used-
sorry.
You should be used to it
I
by
would be
now. I say it to
crying.
you all the
That's
time.
very true. I think we should both go on there, but be on separate
Separate
teams.
teams.
No, that would be so funny, wouldn't
I'd
it?
be like, I'm going to
God.
crush you.
She walks in. I'm the boss. Oh,
Oh,
no.
You got to design this.
I
Okay.
think we should get all these pictures and merge them into one big picture. I do ya? Yeah.
You apply it.
Good idea. Good thinking.
Oh, but could you handle that? Like, could you handle his
I would
criticism?
cry.
And...
Oh, I'd cry. I'm sorry. I would be absolutely bawling my eyes out. I always get called the teacher that would cry at work
All
because like I'm that
You're on the edge.
I am that language teacher
On
that
the
would
edge.
literally cry. That
Mm.
yeah.
I'm the
Aw.
videographer that will cry, and I
Oh, he cries all the
cry all
time.
the time.
It's a
Yeah, I
nightmare.
just
Mm.
yeah. I mean,
Like
it's a good
speeches,
thing.
speeches.
You're in touch with your emotional side.
Feminine side.
Yeah, I'll say that.
No, since I've had a little girl, I had 3 boys before I had a girl, and
Yeah.
since I've had a nightmare.
Yeah.
So everything that's said on the speeches, you just put yourself in that shoes in 20 years' time. and-
Yeah. No, that's me at the speech. Some are like,
Yeah, oh.
don't drip, don't do your hair on the illustrations.
It's colour. I can't see what I'm doing.
Oh, dear.
So what? I'm going to go back to being normal. Sorry.
That's
What is the most challenging part of it? Would you say then, if you had to literally anything that you do with Woo illustrations, what is the most challenging part of it? Do you say?
I think it's all fun. So like, I can find the good elements in it, but like, I'm really not great at social media. I don't know if it's like TikTok. The thought
it's
of
full on,
TikTok.
innit?
I'm literally like,
It's a
what the
full-time
hell?
job.
yeah.
It drives
And
me
I've
nuts.
just started doing like the voiceover things for the
Mm.
reels, and my partner's literally like, no, do it again. He's like, you need to. So I'm there like, hi, my, and I just can't do it. So I think that's really challenging.
It is that side of it. I mean, we have to do it, don't we? And we're lucky that we do like try and push it out. As
you
much
do a
as
lot of company
possible.
voiceovers because you've got a posher voice than me, haven't you?
Sometimes it depends.
My voice is slowly rubbing off on you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it is hard keeping on top of it because, like Simon said, it is a full-time job.
Yeah.
And a lot of students now are going into content creation and like Instagram and stuff like that to be able to sit there and do it as a full-time job as well.
We had one of our first weddings this year was with a content creator. Like we were filming and Rachel was doing the photo. Then this girl, she was lovely. She came all the way from Newcastle.
Yeah, they're so popular.
Well, what's it called? Sunderland, same thing. And they're all going to hate me for saying that. And yeah, she's just with her phone doing all this stuff where they're throwing it and then throwing the
I think the good thing with content creators is that if I was a bride, which I will be one day, God, you know, keep on nudging. But
what's his name? Let's get.
What's his name?
George.
Come on, George. Get
Pull
your finger out.
And where come and do your illustrations?
You can video.
You've not seen my.
You can't whip it
You've never
up.
seen my etchings. Nan knows what that means. Etchings. When you say etchings, Nan, don't you? Yeah. That's an old-fashioned euphemism. Right. Okay. Want to see me etchings, Nan? She knows. She knows.
But yeah, they're so popular because if you're a bride, you want to see your pictures the next day.
Yeah.
You don't like nowadays. Everything's so quick.
Instant. Yeah.
You don't want to wait weeks to go through your album, do you?
Yeah. No, you're right.
But then it's like I've spoken to photographers and videographers who are like, I'm not working alongside a content creator.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Because the photographers like posing them, but then the content creators, they're like,
it's still we still get the same money. Why are they even bothered?
well, yeah.
We still get the same. We're paid exactly the same. We don't get told the content creator's done exactly the same pose as you, so we're not going to give you that money.
Yeah.
You've already paid me. You've already paid me before the wedding.
Yeah.
If you want, I also don't care if, and we invite them. You'll get a guest that's keen on photography, and then we go away with the bride and groom. We see this person, and they're hanging back. And we go, "Come with us."
Yeah.
You might
It's
take.
nice,
You may
isn't
take
it?
one really beautiful picture that's far better than something we've just taken, and we don't care because that's photography.
Yeah.
Photography sometimes is fluky,
Yeah.
and
it's true.
we even say to them that if we can't guarantee the quality of the digital image they give us. But if they want it in their album and someone else has created it, if they're given the permission, then we put it in their album.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Do you know what I mean?
But some people just don't do that.
No,
No,
they're
they don't.
just-
And that's
it's
the thing.
insecurity is what it is. Insecurity.
Yeah.
But I don't mind, like, I won't name names or anything, but she was the woman that was the content creator. She was lovely.
Lovely.
And she sat there and she kept saying, "Do you mind if I do this?" I'm like, "That was your job as well. You know, all three of us have got to work."
Yeah.
I posed them and she did take some of the photos. And yes, they are online now because I've seen them from the bride.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's that quality image is online, but that's what she does. Her work is for online. My work is for an album or a photo on the wall. So it's actually different outcomes. Yes, it's the same picture, but it's actually different outcomes for the final product. So I don't
It doesn't
mind.
bother me at all. And you can
mind.
tell that she's experienced
Yes.
some rough past, with photographers and videographers.
It's such a shame though. I think it's so important in like whatever industry you're in to like be close. Even like I've got one of my friends who's an illustrator, Stacey. We only met like from Facebook because we both illustrate. Our styles are totally different.
Would you go and dry her pens out when she's not looking?
She goes, quick. But it's,
Numb all the nits.
yeah. Well, she paints. I'll have to take all the water, turn on the tap. No, but she's brilliant. But our styles are so different.
Yeah.
And like, if we both have like a bad experience, not a bad experience, but something that maybe has knocked us back, or it's something that we're both not like used to. It's not our usual kind of whatever vibe. We'll support each other through that, and I think it's so nice. It so shows, and then you've got your other people that do something similar, very similar,
Protective.
you know. And it's like, just message me, and say like, oh, da-da-da.
Can I?
Mm.
I'd be like,
just say,
yeah, of course you can. Just copy it. Do you want my logo as well? Feel free.
Yeah, I did that.
But yeah, no, I think it's really important.
Have you ever had anything go wrong, like sort of
Maybe with
pens run out, or you get a colour and you just think, oh, that is just not the right colour for that dress, and screwed it up and started again?
No, she hasn't. She just carried on with it. She's already told you this.
But why was if she's coloured in a dress and then she thought it was like a greeny
She
colour,
would
but
style it out.
It dries because pens dry a different colour, don't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
And you've looked at it and thought that's not the right colour.
I don't think it matters too much if it's off,
I
does it?
think it depends. I mean, it's happened maybe more near the beginning, but I've learnt my lesson.
Okay.
I've just got to stick with it. And like, I've got so many different coloured pens. Like, I've got like all the charts, so I can match them all up.
So you can sit there and be like that.
Do you run up to people and just sort of,
Yeah, do that go. Yep,
Well, there was one girl, I remember it because I was literally like, what do I do? It was like it looked champagne, but in the pictures it looked like a green. It was like, you know, them like shimmery, funny, yeah. And I was like, excuse me, can you come with me? And I was like, can you choose what colour your dress is? Because what can you do if it's different colours everywhere?
yeah, I bet you hate them two-tone sequin things, don't you?
Oh, I love a sequin. I love
So
it.
what do you do? Do you just like, I don't know, do a willy or something, you know? Because you know you can flap them up and it's a different colour, can't
I've
they?
got one
You had a
of
dress
those.
like that. It was gold and black,
Yeah,
I think.
it was a dress like this actually, and then it was all black, and then if you do that,
That's
with
the one I
sequins-
nearly done.
Yeah.
But I think because like I just know you just kind of just
do a
it.
little bit.
Yeah.
Just do a little bit at the
I'll
bottom.
do it, for example, if I had that dress, should I tell you what I'd do?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay, if you're
It's
an
always best
illustrator,
as
cover
it's a
your ears.
podcast.
So I'd do like a gold, like a goldy kind of champagne colour. Then I'd use one of my black fine liners and kind of like
Dot.
cross it over.
Oh
an
right,
etching.
okay, yep.
Okay.
Cross it over, and then I'd get like one of my gold pens and just dabble it. So you could see like a bit of the black, but you'd have mixed it all.
Right now,
Oh,
no, this is a genuine question. You were talking about colours and not being the right colour and stuff like that. How accurate these days with the expensive pens is the plastic outer colour to the pen that's inside?
Sorry.
Right. Right. You've got a load of pens and they've all got different colours.
Yeah.
And where are those colours? They're on the actual pen, aren't they?
Oh, they're on the ends.
The nibs.
On the nibs.
So you've got my
so you're actually
pen to
seeing the
duo.
nib that's going to do the painting.
No,
Right. So they have got a colour that's painted on them.
they're white. And then, am I answering the right question?
You are.
I don't know what he's
So
trying to ask.
if I've got a
Right.
pen, can I borrow your pen?
Right.
Yes, of
But you go
course.
to B&Q, you see this paint you like, and you see the sticker, and then you paint it on the wall, and it's slightly off from the sticker. How accurate is what the colour you're seeing on the pen?
Not very.
Oh, right. After all that, even the expensive ones are the same.
Some of them are, but I don't trust them.
Right. So
You're
you
never
sort of
going
know.
to get the same thing because they can't make that many plastic tops.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's
So
more of
they
a batch
can't-
thing than
yeah.
anything, I imagine. 'cause
Like, you know it's a yellow, but then is it actually? I
so do you have a
never
little
did
test
it.
bit of paper?
Yeah, but to be honest, we've used the pen so many times.
You know.
We sit there and I'm like, can I have a B290?
Oh my God, you nerds.
I know, it actually is. And when one of my wooers, call him a wooer, so a wooer, and she's always like, let's woo it up, girl. I love it. Even I'm going off subject, but
No,
even
you
if
can-
we
you can go off as much as you want. It
even
doesn't
if
have
we
to-
go for food and then bring the food, it's like woo. It's all the time. I can't remember what I was going to say. What was I saying?
You were talking about the numbers of the pens.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and when I started, I was like, "Oh, can I have R18? Can I have da-da-da?" And she was like, "Meg, you're literally not telling me what to do here." And I'm like, "Right, okay." And I'll be like, "This is da-da-da, da-da-da." So I wrote it all down, the codes of like the pens that are most common. And she was like, "I will never be able to memorise them pens." I was like, "Okay." She's been doing it about 2 months, and she's like, R18, please. I'll have a Y7. And I'm like, okay.
Is a C3PO golden colour?
They should do that. Oh my
What, a
God, that's very
C3PO? Gold.
good.
But I've
Or
only
red.
just realised they've all got different numbers, my pens. I've only just worked out. I think literally from sitting here, I've just worked out what they mean.
What
Go on
do
then.
they mean?
Give us run off a couple of codes. We'll try and work out what it means.
no.
Oh, this is good.
Oh, I think I've worked it out. Is it the colour codes that you get on like a computer? The RG and
Oh, we'll give it a go. Y7.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yellow 7.
Sunflower
so it's
yellow.
a light. So it's a light
okay.
yellow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So
then-
it was
All right, I'm ready. Are you ready for this one?
Okay.
Yeah.
R18.
R18.
So it's a red.
So it's like a deep red.
Wrong.
Oh.
Is it a
shit.
rosy red, like a mix between red
R18.
and white?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Like a really light pinky
Yeah.
orange. This one
So-
actually.
Does it get lighter the higher the number, or lighter the lower the number? And how high have the numbers
God,
gone
I've got
for
to
you?
think now.
How high have the numbers gone?
I've had a long day.
I've been up since 5. No, 4 o'clock. I've been up
All
since
game's out.
4 o'clock.
Right.
Don't give
I've
me
got
that.
to really try and work this out. Because.
Well, you should have gone to the toilet then. Shouldn't you? She thinks her shoes have got pee in them. Has that tea gone right through you?
See where I get it from.
You should have asked.
You can imagine the drive here.
We've got a toilet in the other room. It's not a problem.
So if I said to you what colour was this, you would know what colour.
Yeah,
that was.
B290.
Blue 290. So it's a dark blue.
Yeah.
So if it was a blue
Blue.
10, it would be very light blue.
Don't have B10.
Oh.
We have.
You just
so
don't. You
a
just don't have the
colour-
full collection, love. That's what it is.
I blimmin' do. Don't start on my pencil, right?
So how big is like the case you take with you?
320 pence.
Oh my goodness.
320 pence, and then I have a set, I
Copies.
think 180, and then I have another set
Yeah,
of
but there's-
about
Like in the car?
120. No, with
With
me.
you? Oh,
Yeah, but you've
Because,
got to
like,
have
if there's
replicas,
three
haven't
of us-
you? Is there one pen you use all the time, like black, obviously?
I've got a new love for a colour.
All right.
WG01.
Oh, I
So
do
that's
like
a
that.
white.
That just slightly off-white
Off
grey colour.
white.
It is.
I do love that.
You like that
I
one?
do love a WG0.
Oh, I love it. That's my favourite at the moment.
Mm.
And that's the only pen that now is, I'm thinking,
I need to change this.
oh no.
Oh.
Yeah. It's running out. It's stressing me out. I have got 4 spares, so it's fine.
So you can buy them singly.
You can, but they're from Germany.
Really?
And I didn't. What's the thing called when you got to bring it out abroad?
Like exporting.
The charge.
Yeah. So for the export charge.
Yeah, export charge or
Import
import charge.
import tax.
Like no, like custom tax.
Customs.
Customs,
Customs
yeah.
excise.
Yeah. There we go.
Cool, we got there in the end. I love the way we was all making that. We knew what we were talking about. Yeah.
Well, I saved that for my first set.
I thought you were like, as a rescue. I thought you had a rescue pen that you saved
Saved
then.
it. Saved this rescue.
And I found this one in Germany, and it was just rolling around on the table by itself. So I thought,
No, my pens come from Germany, and it was the Black Friday sale, so I was like, oh right, I'll buy them straight from the website.
Was
Bloody
only
had
black,
to pay
so
an
were
extra
they?
90 quid because of the customs
Yes.
charge. I thought I could have got
no.
next day delivery from Amazon.
Yeah.
Instead, paid less, but instead took them
Ended
about a
up
month to
paying
get
more.
there.
I used to do that.
Oh.
I used to go on like eBay and buy golf
Mm.
clubs, and I'd buy this one golf club, and it was like 50 quid cheaper
Yeah.
than buying it in England. And then the tax was 70
Oh,
quid.
isn't it? It's literally like, no.
I was like, why do I try? Why am I so stingy? It never works out.
Literally.
So have you ever had been drawing and then thought, oh my god, I've got I'm running out of this pen? And
I
then,
haven't,
oh,
no.
thank God for that.
But I can get ink refills. But I think I'm just going to do
right.
a batch order. I'm going to treat myself.
Do you have
soon.
mishaps where it's all over your hands?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
It's
have
actually
then
just
have you
come
ma-
off, but it's
and then have
usually
you put it on an illustration without realising? Oh,
Yeah,
no.
but it's an illustration. Don't really matter.
So we just did a load of it. Oh, I meant to do
Yeah.
that.
Like fingerprint painting. This is her dress.
That's another
There
thing
might
they
be
do,
like
isn't
the
it?
odd part, but I think.
You seen that with do the tree without any leaves, and then the guest's
Oh, yeah.
thumbprint.
Oh,
all
we've
over
done
it.
that. Well, I say we've done
She
that.
hates it. I can tell she hates it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's taken
Well,
over
it's
my...
because when you see that, you know you've lost money, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, if you do it in preschool. Then... oh, that was bad, wasn't it? No,
Look,
but it is.
There's
you,
only
you kind of
look.
think that-
It's not as if you've got an artist in there you're taking the mickey out of, because it is
Yeah,
literally just
it's
a tree and
something
guests
nice.
do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guests do it. So
I
yeah,
think
you
we
can
did
say
it.
preschool.
We did it for our nephew had a christening, And
That's
we did that. So
lovely.
then he put it in, and we did it for the
Look
school.
at you backpedaling.
No, but
No.
that's, I think a christening or something like that. That kind of stuff
Kiddies,
is nice.
don't
We actually did it for Tilly's teacher as well, didn't we? Our headmistress, when she left year 6, because there was only 2 classes, and we got all of the kids to put their thumbprint and write their name by it, and we put it in a frame, and the teacher's got it in her office.
See,
now. The
things
head
like that,
teacher
I
got-
get that. I've made stuff like that for family before, but for a wedding,
No. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'd rather one of them.
Like a group, maybe a big group photo would be a good idea.
Or maybe a big group like thumbprint.
Oh yeah, we can make it their heads and draw the hair on top.
Yeah, little potato people.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh God.
Or you could get baby potatoes, do it, save the paint on your hands. Just stamp it with a fork.
So right, I'm going to go back to questions
Slightly
now.
off piece.
Sorry. Is there a wedding, like a really memorable wedding that you've done, or a huge wedding,
Or your first one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you remember your first and how nervous you was?
Oh,
Or
I
did you
literally
get
was drawing.
nervous?
I was like, shit, it's going to take me so long.
Everyone looks like a windy day.
No, it was...
Were you on your own?
No, my
Right,
mum
okay.
came with me for that one. So I was really...
Did you hear that?
Bobble.
It's come through my earpiece. I thought it was on the Titanic.
So yeah, the first one I done was I think I'll never forget that. So when I started, I gifted a couple. So if it was in 2024, I just gifted them. So yeah, it was scary, but it built my confidence. I was like, oh my god, everyone actually really loves them so much. But I took a long time, so now I limit myself the time on them.
Yeah.
Because I need to get a certain amount done in 4 hours.
You confused me a little bit. You said if it was in 2024, you gifted them.
Oh, 2023.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh,
so
God, no, not this year.
So you've only been going a year?
Not even a year.
All right, I missed that
From
bit.
like,
Sorry.
Yeah.
my God, you're shocking.
I know, totally.
August.
last year.
Blimey.
Yeah. But I hadn't actually started like doing weddings.
So the
then.
first few weddings
My
you
first
did...
wedding was November.
Right, so the first few you did for nothing, basically.
Yeah. But it's a good bit of like footage
Of
for
course, yeah,
Instagram
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think them videos that made me grow.
And would you say that that's what's got you to work, Instagram?
Oh yeah. And Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to be fair, I don't post that much.
Was you trained on
I
what to do and how to do it?
No.
You just went for it?
Never watched a video on it or anything.
But she's really good at watching The Apprentice. So she's got all the business
She's got
sense.
it,
Yeah, that is true.
Get her to-
Alan.
get her to do I have to get you to do the shorts of this thing. I'll just get AI to do
I'm
it,
really
which is
rubbish
rubbish.
with social media though. It was just like fluke.
It's,
To be
a,
honest.
it's like walking through treacle in it, doing social media. It's just
And you've just got to be so like, yeah.
Oh, we don't.
You got to
We
be.
just- we just- we just-
Yeah, moving out.
We're just ourselves, aren't we? I post anything, which is probably why it's not. Our
How many followers you
Instagram's
got?
appalling. Our YouTube's really good, 125,000, but our Instagram,
Yeah.
well,
Do you
yeah,
hashtag?
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
What's
But
hashtag?
it's all about doing the right
Yeah.
hashtag, isn't it? As well.
Oh, I just can't.
It's,
Because then I'm like, if no one likes it, then it's just embarrassing.
it's just so. I don't understand, and I don't understand TikTok either.
No.
They
but
do
it's-
say concentrate on one, where
Yeah.
we've really concentrated on YouTube,
Mm,
and the others we're just sort of
they're just
piddling
there.
along. They just happen to be there.
Mm.
Yeah.
I've got another question for
Oh,
you.
Rachel.
Sorry.
do you
What?
think
Let's say a bride and groom come up to you and they're a bit do we, don't we with this? How would you persuade them and sort of say to them, come and have me?
I
Apart from-
don't.
You don't.
No.
So they always
I
come
think
and
if
find
you like my work, then you'll trust me and you'll do it.
Mm.
Because I think for me, if I was like debating on someone, but I wasn't 100%, the last thing I want is them messaging me like, "Oh, do you still want it?"
Mm.
Because I
Mm.
obviously don't.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you
that's
want
true.
it, like
Mm.
I've had couples message me and say, "I love it. I've not got the money right now,
Mm.
but I 100% want you."
Mhm.
And I'm like, "Don't worry about it. Just come back to me."
Yeah.
Mm.
And if the date's gone, then
Yeah,
I'll
it's
do
gone,
them.
it's gone,
and
yeah.
you
Yeah.
just send me the pictures
And
and
you
I'll
should
do
say
it.
that
It's
as well.
just-
Come back to us if I'm still free. Then
Mm.
Yeah.
I'll do it, because
And that's
just
it.
saying that if I'm still free, it
Yeah.
makes them think, oh, maybe I should
Yeah.
be a bit sharpish.
But I think even at the beginning, when I done these gifted things, I said you have to
Mm.
pay for the mileage. So I had a couple of people, and it was like 50p a mile. Like it's
Mm.
not much, seeing
Mm.
as that's like my pens, drawing 40 guests.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot, and it's a lot of time.
Imagine how much petrol dragging all them pens around everywhere.
Well, exactly. My poor feet at the time, like I still had wheels on the car. But yeah, and like £140 to them, they were like, oh, like I think that's a bit much, and I'm like, well, you know, I'm not gonna, I can't just do it out like with a loss, you know, it's not gonna happen. And then they messaged me like months later, like, oh, can I have the gifted? And I'm like, oh, no, that's long gone.
Yeah.
Like it's not. You like if you trusted me in the beginning, and even if it was for a 2025 wedding, I'd be like, yeah, because you trust in me, and that's like part of it, you know. So yeah.
So you don't have to talk about prices unless you want to give a ballpark figure of what it would cost to have you at a wedding. It's up to you. You don't have to. I don't really ask any guests that usually. But.
Yeah. So it depends on like what you kind of want. So my half day and my full day, it's about £800 for a half day. So that's 4 hours, but it's 50 guests drawn.
Right.
And that covers like everything. If we, for example, were there for 4 hours, we got 50 done at 3.5 hours, then I'll just keep drawing. And whatever pictures we got, I'll just post. So it's like
start doing the staff.
You're not gonna
staff.
No, honestly, the amount of photographers I've done.
Oh yeah.
I can draw a camera with my eyes closed because they're like, oh my god, and they love it. So
brilliant.
Yeah,
magicians and people like that.
Literally,
I love that. So,
so do they all have Cherrywood podcasts written on them?
Yeah,
absolutely. Got to wrap it.
If someone, right, I've got to word this in the correct way. If someone,
no, here we go. It's another cup.
No, if someone was disabled or in a wheelchair, anything like that, obviously you have to modify your designs.
Oh yeah.
How quick could you do that? How quick could you do the turnaround? Really?
Yeah. Because I've always got, I draw like as many like, it wouldn't even be the body. I just draw like top of the head, the waist, the feet, just so I can get like them proportions in. But I've got blank, like most of my case is just blank, so I can draw a wheelchair or a baby or whatever it is.
Wooden leg, like just a leg missing and stuff.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing, Rachel?
Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing. I just.
Do you do children as well? Are children the same size, or is children like
no?
This
They'll be smaller. Yeah, they won't all be giant.
Like, oh, this is me and this is my child.
That'd mess up my group photo.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
no, just shrink it.
Oh wow,
Brilliant.
That's amazing. So where do you think you're gonna, how do you think this is going to progress in the future? Just obviously you're booked for the next 2 years, which is amazing.
And you don't have to tell us, but have you got other ideas in the pipeline? You know, what are you going to evolve? Or maybe a massive group photo, you know? That sort of thing.
Maybe. I think this is like where it's going. Like there's a couple of things I think of and I'm like, oh, that would be nice. But I just love this. I think because it's my little baby, I just love it. And like, I've got a wedding in France in 2 weeks, which is really exciting. And yeah, I mean, it's just like, it's just crazy how like all of a sudden it's kind of happened. But I'm literally in Wales all the time. The Welsh love me.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's because I like Nessa and Gavin and Stacey.
I just love it's going to sound really horrible, but it's not meant to. It's the simplicity of it.
Yeah.
It's not I've got to make sure every detail's right. It's just the pure simplicity of it.
Yeah.
And I love that. I think it's so cool.
Oh, thanks.
So cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice because everyone always knows who they are. Like, that's the best part of it. And, like, there's always that one point in the wedding where I'm like, oh, my God, what if they don't know who they are? But I'm at the point now where I'm like, no, they all know who they are.
I think, you've got a good chance when you've got a couple, haven't you?
Yeah.
But if you've got a couple of blokes by themselves all wearing the same suits, they know.
They walk in there like, yeah, I look sick.
So would you draw them then singly? So then, or would they like say pair up or anything?
Yeah. Right, Billy, no
they don't
mates
have to
on
be
it.
like a woman and a man. Like I can do men or whatever. Literally whatever.
Have you done a themed one? Like if they're wearing Star Wars or something?
No, but I've actually drawn Elvis.
Oh, right, okay.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
I went to I don't know what year it was. I want to say 50s. I don't know.
Oh, well,
right.
I thought you meant like
you've been going a long time.
It's like a 50s theme.
50s
Is that
one,
Elvis and all that?
No. Well, yeah,
Well,
he went through
something.
it. He went through that, yeah.
It was Elvis, and then I had to draw like Andy Pandy.
Oh yeah.
It was all a bit crazy,
Stuffy
but I
photos.
loved it. All very like retro.
Yeah.
So that was like the first thing, and like someone was dressed as a bear, and I was like, "Whoa, this is gonna be new."
I'm gonna have to put ears on this one.
So do you do many wedding fairs?
Do you know what? I did.
Mm.
However, I don't know.
Okay.
From the last few weeks.
Okay.
Because I think wedding fairs, correct me if I'm wrong, what you think about this, but when you go to a wedding fair, you're quite fresh in the wedding stage. So like you want a venue,
Oh yeah.
a photographer,
You don't know what you want.
a videographer, and your budget is all you're thinking of. But I'm that budget that's left over.
Yeah, I understand.
So people, maybe they'll remember me, but they're not going to be like, right, that's the first thing.
Yeah.
They want a photographer first.
Yeah.
And they want...
Yeah, well,
everything.
10 years ago, that used to be me.
Yeah.
Video, I was the leftovers.
Yeah.
So straight away photographer, straight away dress, straight away venue, straight away rings. How much we got left? Can we afford a videographer?
Yeah.
But that is gradually...
It's coming on
gradually
par with photography now, isn't it? Have you got your
It's
photographer
very
and
rare.
videographer? And some people say, yes, I've got both, which is...
Yeah.
I've
which
done
is
some
good.
big wedding fairs. They're good fun.
Yeah.
They are good fun. I done one in Mercedes World, which was really good.
Okay.
In somewhere, sorry. But,
Somewhere
it
around
was
the
really
country.
good. It was fun, and like I got a lot of people that were like inquiring, so I did book quite a lot with that. But I'm just like, is it worth it when you're paying like £800 to be there for 4 hours when actually your main thing is your photographer and videographer? If I just push, for example, if I had £800 and I promoted that more on Facebook, which I don't do, I don't pay for any promotions, but could you use that £800 better? And I think that's important.
Because it's not just that; it's all the advertise, like the banners and the all the stuff that you've got on your stall as well. That is the expense as well.
You've cracked it with Instagram and that. So if you're getting your custom through there, then there's no need to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you've been on. This isn't your first podcast.
Well, it is my first actual podcast.
Okay, so what happened before that?
So
with
it
the
was
Unfiltered Bride.
The Unfiltered Bride was like a tour. So I drove to Wales and they had like a big party basically. It was meant to be like a reception, but for like newlyweds.
Yeah.
So there was like raised boards and like all the interiors and stuff as well, cakes. So like businesses were promoting themselves, but in a giant party.
Right.
It was really good. So everyone got a free illustration. I was sweating. It was so hot and everyone was just so drunk. And they were like, can we have it? And I'm like, I've literally got about 80 people to draw. And like,
your hands like this.
Was it you by yourself?
My partner was taking the pictures.
Right, okay.
And he did try and colour him, but I was like,
No,
maybe
give
you
us
should
that,
just
mate,
stick-
darling. Give it to me.
Anyway, it's a really good try, but leave that to me.
Star for trying.
So yeah, but it was good fun. Yeah. It was in
nice.
Wales. So many people booking me in Wales. I'm going to Wales tomorrow
Excellent.
after work. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Blimey.
Yeah.
Do you see your husband at all? Oh, sorry, your boyfriend. Is it husband?
Don't-
Boyfriend?
Not husband
Oh,
yet,
yeah, of course it's
remember?
not, yeah. You don't, I bet you don't see him at all, do you?
No, not really. Well, I do, but not much. He's got his own gym in London, so
Oh, right,
yeah,
okay.
he's living at large without me.
So he works in the gym, does he?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
Cool.
So it keeps him busy, and I'm busy all the time.
Perfect.
That's it. Or whenever,
That's the perfect marriage.
Whenever I am with him, he's barbecuing, so
Oh, right.
it's an obsession. It's actually a bit much.
Really?
Yeah. Don't even ask what's in my fridge right now.
What's in your fridge right now?
Is he one of those weirdos that sort of will go out in the snow and still barbecue?
Oh yeah. If there was a chicken nugget in the freezer, he'd go outside and barbecue it. No, 100%. Everything goes on the barbecue. I'm like, George, it's freezing. When we first moved into our house, it was so cold. I had them hoodie things on.
Yeah.
He's barbecuing in an hoodie, slippers, I was literally like, this is a lot. And we didn't even have garden furniture. We were in like camping chairs. We don't even camp. Like it was all a lot.
And he's just sitting there with his one chicken nugget.
We had a barbecue last Saturday where his mum and dad came over, and I was like, do you want to practice women? So I brought all my pens out and we were all doing that. Yeah. It was good.
See, that could be another idea as well.
Party.
You could teach
Children.
Hindus.
Hindus.
This is my next thing I'm trying to crack.
God, we need to stop.
Write it down,
ideas.
mate. Copyright Cherrywood podcast.
Yeah, that would be brilliant if you had all the hens and you were teaching them how to do
Yeah.
it, and then they can go and then create their own business and do exactly the same as you do.
Yeah. Well, my partner's mum is a wooer with me.
Ah.
She's a colourist, so yeah.
Well,
She's gonna laugh that you laughed at that because she was like, I don't know what to call myself. I can't say colourina. I'm a colourist. So we're like, all right.
Wicked.
Moving it up.
I love that. Let's try and find another name. What's her name?
Vi.
Vi? We're going
Vi.
to try and think of another technical name for
Yeah,
you.
but a colourist sounds very
Colourist is good,
professional.
but it also sounds like you're doing hair.
She's a hairdresser.
Oh, there you
There
go.
we go
Nailed
then.
it.
She's a colourist in two forms.
She's a spectrum applier.
Oh,
That sounds good.
spectrum applier.
I'm the spectrum applier.
No.
No?
That sounds a little bit like you've got something wrong with you.
She's not, yeah. I see what you mean, yeah.
I'm going to put you on the spectrum
Yeah.
and that sort of
Okay.
thing.
I'm the
We'll have a thing.
overlay
Yeah.
analyst.
Overlay.
Oh, wow. Marketing and IT. We're going to digitally colour you in.
It's been lovely having you over.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you
Thank you so
so
much
for
for coming
having
on.
me.
We've got to ask her what song.
Yes. We got the
Oh
stupid
no,
thing.
I'm really bad with this.
No, it's not a competition.
I'm hot already.
No, it's your
You
opinion.
certainly are. Sorry.
coming on to her.
Sorry, I've already come on to Nan. So we just ask guests if they want a song. We got a playlist somewhere which can't be found
Right.
on Spotify.
Yeah.
No matter how much I try and share
Simon's
it,
lost
it
it.
cannot be found. But if you look at the details on what's it called,
Our
YouTube,
podcast.
YouTube's details.
Oh
The
my God.
description of this video's details, you'll
Yep.
find a link, and you should be able to find it there, but you just can't find it naturally by searching.
Right.
You
Have
just
I gone
need
on
to-
about
you
it
just-
enough?
No, you just need to make it.
It's called the Cherrywood
Yeah.
Podcast
Make it
Guest
available.
Playlist,
Right.
right? And I
Love
put that
it.
in the search, and you can't find it.
Yeah.
So just follow the link below,
Okay.
right? You just give us a song that you would like
Oh,
on the
no.
playlist.
Right, hang on, give me a second.
So it could be anything.
Smack my bitch up or something like that.
Maybe not that, but it could be anything to do with drawing or colouring in, or it could be something that you just
Whatever you
love.
want. Or what you, because obviously you've got a first dance song. He just hasn't proposed, but you're a girl. You've already got a first dance song.
I do.
Yeah.
But I can't say it because it's already gone viral once and I'm not bringing it back up.
Oh.
Yeah. Shall I ask Nan to pick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Nan can have her own.
Yeah,
Nan can have. So I'm still giving you pressure.
Oh, no.
What song would you like, Nan? We'll meet again.
It's so rude.
So rude,
Oh, I
sorry.
don't know what song.
Sorry?
Huh?
Oh, I used to play that in my band.
As in Tina.
And
Tina
Rachel
Turner.
suggested it.
Yes.
Nutbush City Limit.
Nutbush.
Yes.
They called it Nutbush. Nutbush City Limit. Bang, bang, bang,
Dan's in
bang.
there having a good time.
Yes. You got,
Okay.
you got a bit of Tina Turner about you, Nan, actually.
Oh. I've got it.
Nan's still going.
I've got my song.
You have a think of what it is, the other one. I'll put Nutbush on for you.
Yep, right. There's a background story.
Oh, no.
It's not a long one.
Alright.
So, with my wooers, right, when we're in the car.
Bus stop.
Okay.
How does that go? You better beware. That one. Does anyone know the way? Did you hear someone? Is that Blockbuster? That is Blockbuster.
It's called Bus Stop, whatever it is.
It's very similar to
Is it because you've waited at one for a long time? You know? I've got a story about bus stop, actually. And we're drifting now. My sister went for a spell where she didn't drive until she was well in her 30s. And my brother-in-law is sort of half Welsh, half Australian with the weirdest accent. He's hilarious. And he hasn't driven. He's only ever driven in Australia when he was young. And they both went to work. And he went off early. And she went off an hour later. And she's at the bus stop. She's looked. And his dry cleaning's hanging on the bus stop. But when she's there, there's loads of people. So she's been seen just nicking these clothes. And just going, honestly, it's my husband's it's my husband's dry cleaning. He hasn't, yeah.
I love that.
So, yeah. Right, okay, what's
Right,
yours?
what's your
What's the
song?
backstory first?
So, when I'm with my wooers,
Woo. Woo.
woo, Woo! Whenever we're approaching the
Final
venue.
drawing. Oh no. Okay, sorry, I'll shut up.
up.
Sorry, I was getting excited.
No, definitely not that one. Whenever we're approaching the venue, one of my wooers, straight on, Love on Top, Beyonce. You put my love on top, and we all sit there. The volume goes up, the windows go down, and we get pumped to woo it up.
Put your Love on Top, Beyonce.
Yeah.
Write that down, mate.
Write that down.
I've listened to it so many times. Don't have to listen to it again right now.
We'll add it for you.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
You won't be able to find it anyway. It's in this mysterious playlist that no one can
Just
find.
be me and you listening to the playlist.
It's just me listening to it on my phone, on a spare phone as well, because I've got a different Spotify on my phone.
Well, you've got to promise when you do listen to it, right? It goes, you put my love on top, and then you got to go, woo!
Okay.
I know the
What we
song.
do is we'll record ourselves on WhatsApp us singing it.
Yes, please do.
And we'll do Bus Stop for Nan.
Or
the wheels on the bus go round and round.
Banana.
Once again, it's been lovely having you on.
How can people find you?
Oh, yeah.
So my Instagram at Woo Illustrations, and my Facebook Woo Illustrations, and my TikTok, if you want to give me any advice, is Woo Illustrations.
Give you any advice?
Yeah,
how
I
to
don't
do
know how
it.
to TikTok it up.
Oh, right, okay. Right,
Not on how to draw.
Yeah, I thought
I can draw.
Is that what happens on TikTok? People
No, just on
contact
the
you.
videos and that. I'm not quite there yet.
They're just a lot shorter. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh well. There we go.
Cool. Thank you so much for coming down.
Thank
It's been
you
amazing.
for having me.
Loved
It's been
having you. It's been
lovely.
lovely. And we heard you were excited to come on.
Yes.
Yeah, go on, go alone, Nan. No one will know. It's only a couple of thousand listening. Nan's off to away. Is it away, Nan? Yeah, be careful. You've got to go through the steps. Sorry, down the steps. Past all those other bits. You found it? She's gone away. There we go. That's her sorted out for the journey home.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, well, thank you for having me.
you
It's
so
been
much.
so nice.
Thank you so much
It's
for
been
our
lovely.
present as well.
And we're staying in contact and
Yes.
stuff like that. We always say that, but we don't. No, we
Oh.
don't. We do, darling. We do.
Right.
Ignore it.
And we'll frame that up,
Yes.
because you didn't bring a
Well,
frame.
not frame up, whip it up.
Woo it up.
Woo! Perfect.
Oh,
Right.
thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, bye, everybody. Goodbye. You wouldn't know what that was, but that's from Rainbow. Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye. This podcast has been brought to you by Snugdubs Campervan Hire.
Roam the world, park anywhere.
That's snugdubs.co.uk.